Travis Kelce, the Chiefs tight end. What did you make of Vance McDonald's play last night?
Man, Vance getting it going. It's I've always been a big fan of Vance. We came out the same year in the draft and got to know each other a little bit at the combine, and it was cool meeting him and seeing how hard of a worker the guy is. I mean, he's an absolute house of a dude. He's a big guy when you get up in front of him, but and he can roll. Obviously, he showed that yesterday. He can roll when he has the ball in his hands.
But you're allowed to stiff arm. Is the defense allowed to do the same?
I believe so. I just don't think they're allowed to grab the face mask. Neither side of the ball is allowed to grab the face mask. We're allowed to go ahead and do that. Are you making the reference that the defense isn't allowed to make physical plays anymore?
Yeah, I am, Travis. Yes, I am. Yeah. Come on, it's embarrassing now, Travis.
Yeah, it is. It's getting a little weird, and everybody in the league feels the exact same way about it. There have been a few calls. Obviously, the Clay Matthews sack that was called back, the interception that the Vikings threw a couple of games ago. That was obviously the one that it's just like, all right, enough's enough. Like we can't keep going along with this because now it's changing the outcome of football games, and nobody wants this kind of ending to a football game. So.
Well, even the quarterbacks. I mean, I know that we're protecting the quarterbacks. I know we should protect the quarterbacks because people tune in to see the quarterbacks. But at times it doesn't feel like it's real football. It feels like there's 21 players who play by one rule, and then there's one player, a China doll, that plays by a different rule.
Yeah, and I know a lot of quarterbacks out there that have pride and are tough guys. There actually are tough quarterbacks out there. So they're kind of looking at this rule like, oh man, this is making me look like a softie, or this is making me look like I'm the bad guy, and I don't even want any of this to happen. So it's just it's tough for everybody right now, and unfortunately we got to get this thing figured out.
Full introduction here. Travis Kelce, the Chiefs tight end, joining us on behalf of the new Old Spice Beard Care Collection, helping guys achieve the soft, nourished, and sculpted beards of their dreams.
Yes.
Had your brother on yesterday. He said the last time you guys got in a fight, pickup basketball game, you were probably a sophomore in high school. It spread into the house, I believe, and your dad was involved in this. Do you remember such occasion?
Oh yeah. It was. I think it was argued. Yeah, it was the last time that we really got into it. I ended up body slamming both of them, and we ended up breaking some stuff in the kitchen.
Wait,
man, you want to talk about turning into a man? I was a young boy that turned into a man that day.
Is that when you knew you could play in the NFL?
No, but that definitely gained some confidence. I was because I had never really taken it to that extent of fighting back that much. I mean, my brother was always bigger, stronger than me, so at that point in time, I was mad enough, and the care of getting my tail whooped anymore was just out the window. I was carefree in that regard. So it was just and what happened, it worked. You know what I was thankful for? I was kind of thankful that my dad got a little banged up, because when he hit the floor, he started screaming, my back. So then that ended the fight right there. So Jason couldn't retaliate after that because Dad's hurt. So it was just like, oh, nice. Did I just win that? I'm not even worried about my dad.
What was dinner like that night after Dad gets hurt?
I think it was smooth. It was okay. Dad threw some ice on his back. I think we ended up getting some pizza that night because we broke the stove. But other than that, it was smooth.
Could you take your brother now?
You know what? I wouldn't even want to try it. I wouldn't even want to try it. That is a beast that I would not want to awake. And it's something that I do just love to stay away from.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It always it feels like your brother's a little crazy. I don't know if it's by design or not.
Oh yeah, I kind of got the free hall pass when I got to high school because everybody knew that my brother was crazy. That he had a bit of a temper flare and a temper problem. So everybody knew not to mess with the Kelce boys just because they see Jason flip out and nobody wants to be a part of that.
When did you know Mahomes was the future for you guys?
I mean, we'd love to sit here and say as soon as he got into practices, and we started seeing him throw the ball all over the place. Started throwing these no-look passes in scout team last year, and then when he finally got in the game last year, the last Denver game, like, man, he's shown it. This is the guy. But I personally, I wasn't fully on board until that first game. And I know it might sound a little bad, but don't get me wrong. I always go out there and I play my tail off for the guy. He's a great guy, and he's a hell of a teammate. So, I mean, I was always going to go out there and give him my best for the guy, and I had confidence that we could win with him. But, I mean, in terms of 13 touchdowns in 3 games, I didn't see that one coming. So it's just it was cool to see him go out there in that first game with confidence, sling the ball around, know where he's going with the ball, and just being able to be composed throughout the entire game, ups and downs and everything. I was looking at it and really surprised. And hats off to the guy. I mean, he's a real deal.
What's the difference between his ball and Alex Smith's?
A little bit more velocity, just a little bit more.
Does it hurt your hands
out there? No, nothing in that regard. He can still put it on you, and you're not sitting here with your hands stinging or anything like that. He still throws a catchable football. The biggest difference I would probably say is the deep ball. Obviously, he throws it 1.5 miles, but Alex usually likes to get his deep throws up and down before 40 yards, and Pat's ready to sling that thing 70 at any point in the game. He's just ready to show it off. So I think just in your mind, you have to run. Like there's no like looking for the ball and then kind of slowing down. Like, oh, sometimes when you're not getting the ball after like 30 yards downfield, the ball's not in the air, then all right, I can kind of slow down here. No, with Pat, you got to keep running because it could be coming any second.
He's got a unique voice. How's that voice sound in the huddle or line of scrimmage?
He does have a unique voice, and we got on him a lot as a rookie. But now that he's the guy, we kind of lightened up on it, and it's only you only take shots here and there.
Wait, how did you make fun of his voice?
You just sorry. You can just hear the raspiness in it. A few of his huddle calls gets pretty funny, and everyone will break the huddle laughing. It's just it's hard to hear him at times when he's yelling. It's like his voice is gone, but he's mumbling, and then at the end of it, you can just put all of what he just said together, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what he said. All right. I got it. But,
I think that here we have a little
on it. That's for sure.
Does it sound a little bit like this?
Red Right 84. Red Right 84.
It does. He's got a little bit of that Texas country twang to him too. So it can get pretty funny. Some of the stuff he says is hilarious.
Yeah, it sounds like he's had whiskey the night before, and he's got that southern draw to it.
Exactly.
It's like an NBA coach when he gets to the playoffs. His voice is just shot, and here he is.
That is good. That is good. I can see that.
He's Travis Kelce. He was named the bearded Old Spice guy, and you can check out all the stuff at Amazon.com. Anything else that you would like to mention with this great promotion?
Yeah, I mean, Old Spice gets down to the beardness with its new beard collection. You can grab it on Amazon.com, exclusively available on Amazon.com. You can also check out our new beard poem book, The Old Spice Guys Grooming Guidance Guide for Guys with Beards, and other poems. I believe it's just $1 on Amazon as well.
Yeah, your brother read a couple of poems yesterday. He went way too deep with this. And
a few of them went over your head.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. And I think that he was really serious about it. So I had to be careful in my critique when I went. He said, what'd you think?
Yeah, this is a serious matter.
Oh, I know. If I could grow a beard, then I guess I would be able to relate. But I was trying to be nice because who knows? If I run into your brother, I don't want to be body slammed. I don't want.
Exactly. Yeah. You always got to have that in the back of your mind when you have the conversations with Jason. You just never know. I mean, he's a big body slam guy. So
I didn't know he played a musical instrument.
Oh, several. He taught himself the guitar in college, the ukulele. one weekend in Hawaii. Heck, growing up, I absolutely hated it. I appreciate it now because it was cool. It's cool for him to know all these instruments. But I mean, he was just playing the saxophone was his first instrument. Then he got into the flute, the clarinet. And the most annoying one was definitely the drums. He got into, and it's not like the drum set. It's like the African drums. Like he's banging on one drum, trying to make it sound good. And it was just like, what are you doing, dude?
Over and over and over. Hey, good luck against the Broncos on Monday night. Always great to visit with you and hopefully talk to you during the season again.
Always, Dan. You guys have a good one.
All right, Travis Kelce, Chiefs tight end, one of our favorites. His brother was fun. That was the first time I think we had his brother on yesterday. He's the center for the Philadelphia Eagles. Imagine that household. Get two kids playing in the NFL at a very high level, all pros. Grew up in Cleveland.
You put dad into the hardwood, then you order a pizza.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine doing that growing up, like with my dad, where, he'd be collateral damage. I got involved in fights with my brothers, but it was rare when it would spill in from outside into the kitchen and all of a sudden, dad gets body slammed. All I can say is there wouldn't have been dinner if that happened. There would not have been dinner.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.